Hey y'all, welcome back. So, this video is going out on multiple platforms. So, I wanted kind of like a bit after mid-year kind of summary wrap up of what I've been doing, services, and stuff I'm going to continue and stuff that's probably going to get discontinued. So, I launched a Ko-fi page over a year ago to help raise funds. That has been kind of a complete flop. Patreon's been more successful, so I'm going to shut down the Ko-fi page and kind of invest more into Patreon with my time and energy. Also, I launched a couple Skool communities, one for Wisconsinites and then a general one for license plate collectors. I'm probably going to discontinue the one for the license plate collectors, try to move everyone into one. The one for Wisconsinites has been kind of taken off a little bit. The one for the general license plate collectors has not. My goal is to basically build Patreon more. Those funds would kind of pay for Skool. And if I cut one Skool out, it means I only have to raise half the money I have to do instead of supporting two. If there's any feedback on that, let me know. I also do let any Wisconsinite members into the Skool communities for free. You just gotta let me know, and I just need your email, and I can get you signed up. And it's just kind of like, for those who haven't been on there, it's like an old-fashioned forum where you're posting. There's no social media, no ads, nothing like that. It's just license plate stuff. Because to tell you the truth, being off Facebook for the most part has kind of improved my mental health with all the negativity that's on this place. But I digress. That's a different video. For those who don't know, I have started a Patreon, and there's a whole bunch of goals of why I've started that. The goals on Patreon are kind of simple. To raise money for the Wisconsinites community. Since overall, I realized as I've gotten older, Dairyland is, a part of Elfka, and it will never truly be ours. We're Wisconsinites, it's ours. It's our community, it's what we want to build. All right. So, back at Patreon is, I'm going to hopefully raise funds to pay for Skool. So that will be paid for by Patreon instead of me, hopefully one day. The other ones, the one huge goal of Patreon is to raise enough money through there to pay for the winter meet. That would be awesome one day. We'll see. And another kind of medium goal is to improve the Wisconsinites license plate meets. So hopefully one day it'll pay for, and I'll figure out how to provide lunch to one of the good weather meets. I don't know if I should plug in the oven and do pizzas. I don't know if we should just see, well, there's not much delivery out here, or if I should bring out the grill and grill some stuff. Who knows? But it's one of the goals. The other little goals within Patreon is to help Wisconsinites, help young collectors, build whatever we can better. That's kind of what my plans are for Patreon. And you're going to ask, well, what's on there? Well, for the most part right now, it's stuff I really can't show on Facebook, like offensive license plates. I've kind of always wanted to share those, but I've never had a good place to do it. I don't want to do it at the museum because we have young collectors. Same thing with Dairyland, young collectors. So it's off platform. It's not on YouTube. It's just kind of there. Also, I do DMV Mail Calls on there to see what's the new DMV plates are coming in for my vehicles. Then there is kind of, I call it business sense. So, if you are ever thinking of going from hobbyist to business, hurdles, what you should be recording, what makes sense to you. I go over rig costs. If you're going to build a a vehicle to do license plate meets or swap meets, stuff like that. What kind of costs are involved in all that? There's a lot of stuff, but also it's what my Patreon subscribers want. So I get suggestions from them. I make videos, or I can make handouts. I can make little tutorials. Basically, just what people would like to help out them, because they're helping out me, the Wisconsinites, the museum, whole 9 yards. There's also other benefits. Some of the mid tiers and up, you get swag. So there's a tier you get swag every other month mailed to you. There's a level where you get swag every month, and then also t-shirts and hats and sweatshirts like once a year. Some of the lower level tiers are just to help out the community, to pay for like school and these other goals. Because I've been trying to figure out how to do more for you guys without having to work a third job, right? Because I work my 9 to 5, I'm doing so much on eBay to try to raise funds for the museum, because I'm not selling on Facebook, because it's been a disaster selling on Facebook. But I do also see these other museums, how they're running. I'm kind of exploring that. I really don't want to go that way. Like the Volvo Museum, like they have memberships, but they also have fees every time you go there, which I don't want. I'm kind of keeping track of the license plate museum in Ohio that they're trying to build, and they're looking for like foundation members where they'll put up a whole bunch of money and they're gonna kind of start off that. Which it's interesting. I'm kind of watching to see how that goes. So we'll see how that happens there, and I'll keep an eye on that. Especially since I want to keep this community based, because you guys are the community, and I want to make sure that we have free meets to help people get out. There's no barriers of costs. Well, I should say there's no barriers of setup costs and membership fees, like with Dairyland, to help with the younger collectors coming in. There's going to be some cost, travel and lodging, but that's why I always offer sleeping in the museum, sleeping in the house, camping, whole 9 yards, to hopefully remove as many barriers as possible. Especially, we want to encourage the youth coming in. This hobby can get really expensive really fast, and with everything that has happened the last 5, 10 plus years, it's gotten a little bit crazy. Especially, you've seen some of the eBay stuff going for stupid money, but I guess that's how the hobby is right now. So but that's why I also offer Find My Plate. So if I find something reasonable, I can just pass it on to you guys. I encourage people to come out to the museum so I can give you the best rates possible, because if you're just buying off of my eBay, I don't know it's you. If you're buying online, then it's shipping and electronic payment and, all that. So my goals overall is try to build Patreon to keep Wisconsinites free and add more things into Wisconsinites. I think our hobby has gotten pretty expensive over the years. Back in my day, plates were $1 or $2. Now it's hard to find $1 or $2 for a plate. It's like $5 plus, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's kind of how it goes. So yeah. But overall, I just want to thank you guys for the support. I can't do it without you guys. This place wouldn't be so successful without you. I wouldn't have been in the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and getting other recognitions from other organizations. And hopefully you'll be a part of this next journey of trying to open up this nonprofit, which I'm working on the paperwork, as we speak. As soon as I can afford to open up the nonprofit, then I can start doing fundraisers for a autism license plate. I do really think that building an autism license plate will be much more successful in the long run than trying to build a license plate collector's license plate or a Wisconsinites license plate museum plate, because overall I think I wouldn't be able to keep that 500 registrations going for a license plate collector's plate or a museum plate. But if the plate community will help support a autism license plate, I think that plate will live on well past us, to keep on the road, to show that the license plate community is willing to step in and help promote other communities. Because one, I think there's a lot of people on the spectrum in the plate community, if they know it or not. But also opening up a plate of this, like other states, will be a lasting mark for all of us. So that paperwork is in progress. I'm trying to write mission statements, trying to finish up the nonprofit paperwork, raising all the funds. Well, I'm basically trying to get enough saved from my paycheck to start this, because it's all the paperwork for the state, federal, EIN, all that. It's a lot. It's a lot more than I kind of bargained for, but I think setting up a non-profit to do this will be better in the long run, because as I do a fundraiser for this plate for the $15,500, it'll be safe in that if something happens to me, that can just live on. But I digress. We're not talking about any bad things here. We're just trying to give an update of everything I'm doing. But yeah, you can see why I feel like I've been everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Kind of spinning my wheels, trying to get everything done. And still keeping up the museum, meets, car shows, flea markets. It's been a lot. But thank you for the support. I really couldn't do it without you guys. And let me know if you have any comments, concerns, or confusions. I'll see you later.